Hey y'all, quick pop-up live, and the purpose of the live is to talk about the Video Storytelling Challenge, which begins today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, whatever time it is, on the eastern coast of the United States of America. If you have not signed up yet, make sure that you do that. Let me make sure that I got the QR code on the screen here. There it is. Bam. All right. So if you're a real estate agent, if you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, and you want to learn a little bit more about going live or getting on video, if you're struggling with getting on video, then you got to be at the challenge. I was speaking with somebody on LinkedIn yesterday, and they were like, yeah, I know I need to up my video presence. Yeah, it's time, because as we've been talking about all week, video is one of the best ways to get visibility, get your story out there, and to connect with your ideal audience. So, hey, Gabby, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep, so we're getting started with that Video Storytelling Challenge today. For those of you who are interested in getting rid of the struggle with getting on video. So, Gabby was a participant in the last challenge. Yeah, hope she can join us again. All right. But listen, I want to talk about some things right now. I want to talk about three things. 3 places you need to show up on video and why. Right? And the reason I want to talk about that is because here's what I get quite a bit. Robert, listen, I know I need to show up on video, and I got my courage up. I got my equipment. I got all the things that I need, but I'm still not sure where I should. Can you get this video? And people send me stuff all the time. Hey, can you review this? Can you check this out? And they do that quite a bit before they get out there to their audience. So I want to go through, and I'm going to spend less than 10 minutes sharing with you 3 places that I believe you need to show up on video and why you need to show up in those places. So without further ado, let's get into number 1. Let's get into number 1. The first place that you absolutely need to show up on video is YouTube. Yes, you absolutely need to be on YouTube. Why do you need to be on YouTube? Well, here's the simple reason. Before we even get to the fact that a lot of people are searching for stuff on YouTube, the simple thing is it's a place to organize your content, right? You can organize your content simply on YouTube. So let's compare it to Facebook. And if I had my screen share open, I would do this rundown. But can you imagine going to somebody's Facebook profile, especially, and then scrolling through their profile to try to find all their YouTube videos? Or there's actually a videos tab, but you're not sure what is what, and there's just a bunch of stuff. All right. Or even if you go to their business page, there are a lot of different things. There's things that they've been tagged in. There are, what else is there? The stuff that they've been tagged in, there's videos, there's images, there's quote images, there's like text posts, there's all of this stuff that's on their Facebook page, right? So think about that if you go to their Instagram profile, right? If you go to Instagram, now Instagram, if you post videos in the feed, it shows up as Reels. But if you just look in the Reels area, there's no real way to tell what you're watching. You kind of have to look at the video still or the thumbnail and figure out, okay, should this be something that I watch? And you got to click a bunch of stuff to find out first. YouTube, if you have videos on YouTube, at the very minimum, it's a place where video information can be organized, right? It's a place where people can go to your YouTube page and they see pretty quickly by the thumbnails and the titles what you're talking about. And they can scroll through and organize and filter and sort pretty easily and pretty quickly, especially if you've set up your YouTube in playlists, right? And so that is something that I recommend that you do. So YouTube is the number one place that you should have video content. In addition to it being a place that you can organize, we've said this before, that YouTube is owned by Google. YouTube is actually the number 2 search engine in the world. A lot of people are searching information on YouTube. So if you want to be included in the search rankings, if you want to be included in the search results or information, you've got to have some content there. You got to have some content there. Otherwise, you are not going to be included in the number, right? So get your videos on YouTube. Again, so if you are a real estate agent, if you are an entrepreneur and you are considering creating or crafting video content, YouTube is the number 1 spot that I would recommend for you to get that information. Okay, so number 1, YouTube. Number 2, where's the number 2 place that I believe you should have some content or some information? That number 2 place is your website. Your website. Yes, your website. And I know these are the days that a lot of people don't pay attention to their websites anymore, right? When was the last time you went to your personal website, right? Because a lot of people are not looking for people through their websites. The websites are not as much of a business card as they used to be, but they are still a necessity. They're still a necessity. That's like your address. That's the kind of like your business card. That's the thing that people check to see if you're legit, right? You might have a Facebook profile, but they check to see if you have a website because that indicates you're a business person. You're taking this thing seriously, right? If you're in the real estate space and you don't have a real estate website, oh my gosh. People are like, okay, how can I find listings? How can I find properties? Okay, yep, I'm just going to go to Redfin. I'm just going to go to Zillow. I'm just going to go to Realtor.com. I'm going to go all these places, but I can't find out not only can I not find out stuff about you, but I can't find out what's going on in your world via your website. I can't even find out what's happening in the real estate market via your website. So without a website, without seeing your website. So you got to have a website. Okay. So a website is another place, your website is another place for you to establish your brand, establish authority, and really share your personality, share your vibe. So number 2 place for you to have video content is your website. One of the things that I recommend bigly, one of the things that I recommend in a huge way is for you to have an about me video just to share who you are, share a little bit about your perspective, the things that you love, the things that you like, share a little bit about how you show up, share the humanity of you. That's a really great video. But if you are also a real estate person, real estate professional, or an entrepreneur, it's also a great space to talk a little bit about the problems that you see in the industry. Problems in the industry or problems that you help solve with your service, your product, or your program, right? And we'll talk about how to do that. I've got other videos where I talk about how to do that. I'll be talking about how to do that in the challenge today that we start this afternoon. But one of the big things that you got to be able to do is share with people that you understand the challenges or the struggles that they're having. So having a website where you can post that video or share that information is a plus. It is a fantastic. Okay. So number 1, having video on YouTube. You got to do that for a couple of reasons. And actually, I don't need to repeat that. You can just replay the video. Right. Number 2 is your website. The number 3 place that you should have video is, you ready? You ready? Hold on. Let me see if I can do this thing right. I know you're ready for number 3. Here we go. Where your prospects are. Where your prospects are. Y'all, some of you weren't expecting that. Some of you weren't expecting that. You were thinking that I was going to give you a specific place. Here's why having a specific place is a good thing, but it's also something that I would say requires some strategy, because I get the question, Robert, where should I post my videos? And if I say, yep, you should post them on Twitter, but all of your prospects are on LinkedIn, then that doesn't make sense. If I say, yep, you should post them on LinkedIn, but all of your prospects are checking out Pinterest, then that doesn't work, right? So if I shared YouTube and I shared your website for a couple of different reasons. I shared those for SEO purposes. I shared those for organizational purposes. And as we think about marketing, yes, those fit the marketing strain as well. But when you think about from a marketing perspective, you've got to figure out where your prospects are. Where are the people that you are sharing your message with? Where are the people who have the problem that you can solve? Where are they hanging out? Are they on TikTok? I've been seeing a lot of TikTok commercials these days, right? I've never seen TikTok commercials before. I don't think I've seen Instagram commercials, but I've been seeing a lot of TikTok commercials. There are a couple of reasons for that. Number one, in the US, we're going through this entire thing where TikTok is partially owned by a Chinese company, and some states are enacting measures to shut down use or ban the use of TikTok in those areas because of the Chinese ties. Okay. Take from that what you will. I'm just stating data and fact here, right? But I've been seeing a lot of TikTok commercials because there's that perception that they're walking through now as well, right? So if I say, yep, get your videos over on TikTok, there are a few different things that you've got to consider as you're doing that. The biggest thing, though, is your market on TikTok? Okay. Is your market on Instagram? Are they just kind of scrolling through and watching reels? Is that where they are? And that may not be only industry based. It may be based on your demographic of age, or even gender, or location, geography. Depends on where you are and who you're trying to get. So you've got to consider those things based on the platform that you choose. So the question that you need to answer is, where are my prospects showing up? Where are my prospects showing up? And if they're showing up on YouTube mostly, if they're showing up on Facebook mostly, then I've got to have video in those places. Got to have video in those places. So I've got to show up where my prospects are. So let me share with you one last thing before I jump out, though. So I've shared with you 3 places that your video should be and why that you should have video in those places. But I want to share with you one last thing. No matter where your video shows up, whether you're on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, if you're doing Twitter video or whatever it is, you've got to ultimately have a home base. You've got to ultimately have a space where you send them to, right? I can have all these videos on TikTok, but if the only place that I show up is on TikTok, then I'm limiting the amount of content or the style or the type of content that I can place there. TikTok is not really going to allow me certain types of long form video. Okay. Instagram is not going to allow me certain types of long form video, and it's not going to allow me to organize or categorize it in the way that I want. So where is the place that you want them to end up? So you've got to have a call to action. Where's the place that you want them to go? What's the next step that you want them to take? Is that to your website? Is that to your YouTube channel? Is that to your Vimeo channel? Is that to some other space or your online course website? Where is it? You got to have some space that you are ultimately sending them to, where not only your content is housed, but where you show up on a regular basis. Got to have that. So even if you're doing Reels videos, in your captions, in your descriptions, where are you sending people? In your bio link, where are you sending people? If you're doing TikTok videos, where are you sending people? If you've got videos on your website, okay, cool, that's the place. Is that the place that you want them to show up to meet you? Is that the place that you want to show up to shake your hand? Where do you send people? Where's your home base? Is that a Facebook group that you have? Is that a circle community? Is that a Mighty Networks community? What is it? Where is it? What's the place that you send people to that allows them to interact with you even more closely, to hear your thoughts and your opinions and get connected with you? Where is your house? Where's your home base? Got to think about that, right? So I share that because I don't want you just to make videos randomly and put them out there and you're like, oh my gosh, Robert, I'm not getting any clients. I'm not getting any leads, right? You got to send them to a space. So I want you to be strategic about where you send your prospects. Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that. I want you to be strategic about where you send your prospects. Listen, that's all I got. That's all I've got for today. That was fantastic. I love it. All right. Listen, join me in the Video Storytelling Challenge. Head on over to videostorytellingchallenge.com. We're getting started today, April 18th, and today we're getting started at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, whatever time it is on the eastern coast of the United States of America. I'll be seeing you soon. I'll be seeing you in another video. Do me a favor, even if you don't get to hook up with me in the Video Storytelling Challenge, head on over to my YouTube channel. Just go ahead and search Robert Kennedy 3 on YouTube, and you'll see what content we have there to answer questions about your video journey, about your video storytelling journey, about your communication journey, about your connection journey, about your client problem solving journey, about your journey. Let's do it. All right. I'll see you soon. Get signed up for the challenge. I'll see you there this afternoon. Peace.